going to have a hell of a weekend ahead of us, and this is just the kickoff. So welcome to the opening ceremony of HackZurich 2021. I'm Rasmus, one of the founders of HackZurich, and very excited to welcome you here. Also welcoming everyone who dialed in remotely. We're going to have a very good opening ceremony, introducing all the tech talks, all the workshops, all the rules, of course, also. You will hear about all the food and drinks you will get over the weekend, and we will also have a very exciting opening speaker. So stay tuned, stay awake. It's going to be interesting. We have actually 420 people on site, so really great. Thanks for coming all here. And maybe, photo maybe will look a bit different this year. This was 2 years ago, but we'll take a photo at the end from everyone who's here. And also we have a lot of people dialing in remotely. So we have actually another 1,200. Some of them even dialed into the Zoom, so they can be seen here in the auditorium, so there's a bit more connection. But many also just watch the live stream. So maybe let's wave some hands, say hello to everyone remotely, so they see you. And maybe in the Zoom call also wave your hands. I think they're a bit confused, okay. We leave that out. Yeah, they're actually dialing from, some might be asleep or partially asleep, they're actually dialing from all around the world. You know, from all continents basically, so very crazy time zones. Not everywhere it's 5 p.m. Maybe there was a delay, yeah, I don't know. And also you see from the backgrounds, from the photos where they were taken, really from all around the world. So let's all hack together, let's do a lot of cool stuff this weekend. We will be actually 1,620, so I did the math right, participants in total and 40 hours of hacking, so a lot of productivity this weekend, which will be a lot of fun. Also very international, so last year was 89 nationalities from more than 500 cities actually. This year nearly 600 cities and 93 nationalities. So very international crowd. Let's give this applause. And many of you also attended previous hackathons. This is actually the 8th HackZurich we are hosting, so nearly a decade. And actually 13 participants participated in all 8 years. So I don't know if some of you are here in person, stand up. Let's give you a round of applause. I see some there, yeah. And also quite diverse skill set, right? So if you're still looking for a team member, really diverse, and also in terms of programming experience, quite a few people with a lot of experience here. So this should be fun. But now let's go to the rules. So there are some most important rules, actually just two. The first one is we will form teams of 2 to 5 people, so don't work on your own, don't work in larger groups. And the second thing, and that's also really important, we're not a consulting competition here, we're a hacking competition, it's about coding, so don't build slides at the end, build a working prototype and really focus on coding, and then maybe at the end do a few slides, or a video ideally, that's what we like the most. So that's kind of the two most important rules. You can work on whatever you want. There's really like no kind of boundaries. So if you have this like one crazy idea you always wanted to build, or you want to kick off starting a company, or you just want to try out a new technology, feel free to do so. That's all allowed. But you can obviously also attend and do one of the challenges of the workshops. We have 18 workshops. The partners put a lot of effort in preparing them. Some of them worked for like 6 months, getting the data ready, opening up some APIs, maybe even collecting some data, providing other interesting insights. So really attend the workshops. And even if you already have an idea you want to work on, I would still urge you to attend the workshops for a few reasons. So first of all, it might be very interesting. Secondly, if you already have an idea, it might be like, a good addition to your existing idea or technology you can use. And thirdly, and that's also a very pragmatic reason, I know they have very awesome awards they give out at the end, so you might just be able to win an extra award. So really come to the workshops. We have two rounds of twice the same workshop, so you can attend 4 different workshops in total. There's also a big team, so there's obviously Jonathan, Seth, Petra, and Benjamin, but there's also a lot of volunteers, more than 30 people helping out over the weekend, staying up at night, working really hard to make this possible. So let's give them a round of applause. Yeah, and maybe let's get quickly Tanya on stage. She's doing social media, so she will tell you all about what we do on social media.
Thank you, Rasmus. Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's great to be back. For the ones that attended last year, you maybe already know. For the ones that are new, I will be reporting from here at Techno Park, and so you that are joining us remotely can actually get a feel of what is happening here. Then, of course, I'm not doing this alone. I have the support of Diana, Anita, and Janine, who will be posting on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So also for you, if you want to share your ideas and your impressions, what is happening from behind the scenes at TEDxZurich, make sure to post it. Use the hashtag TEDxZurich, and we will make sure that we try to reshare as many as possible. But also, very importantly, I would like to mention the fun channel on Slack. You see it on your screen right now. You should all join the fun channel. You go into Slack, search, and look for that channel, because that's a channel where you can post your funny pictures from behind the scenes, and also you can participate in a challenge, in a how do you say concours in English, in German, I don't know how you say Wettbewerb. A competition. Oh my God, this is all about a competition. So we have an extra competition. We want to see the most creative, the funniest pictures, videos from you hacking behind the scenes, working on your projects, and the most creative posts or pictures will get some surprise, or maybe we'll just order some pizza to wherever you're joining us. So it's worth to participate. Then one more way of how you can interact with us, especially for you who are joining remotely, because we see a lot of you here, but we also want to hear your ideas. So I'll be organizing a project preview tomorrow at 12:30 Zurich time. And if you're interested in sharing your ideas, please DM me, write to me on Slack, and let me know if you want to participate on that. It will be live streamed, and we'll also share it on YouTube. Then, talking about YouTube, my colleague and I, we've already been to the city of Zurich, recorded the first very fun video. It's going to be online very soon, so make sure to subscribe to HackZurich on YouTube as well to not miss out our reports. So I think that was it. Thank you very much, and back to you, Rasmus.
Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, let's also thank all the partners who have prepared the workshops, who have supported the event, who have also worked very hard. Let's give them a big round of applause. So it's the gold partners, 6 of them. We have 3 silver partners, a lot of bronze partners, and then also some general partners. So yeah, I think it's without them it's not possible. It's many dozens of companies. And yeah, now another serious topic. We are still in COVID, so there's some rules. So first of all, just 1 person per desk. That's super important. Like, we have to have a bit more space than we had usually at HackZurich, and also kind of respect the occupancy limits for the rooms, for the workshop rooms. I mean, wash and disinfect your hands. I think everybody should know this by now. And we also urge you to wear a mask. It's not compulsory, but obviously it's helping. And if there are any issues, let us know. Just come to the reception or come to anyone with a crew T-shirt. If you feel like something is not the way it should be, we can also adapt. I mean, we are also just doing this the second time, and COVID is also new for all of us, so let's be cautious there. This is the internet. If you haven't dialed in, you should log in. It's available at the working desk, but also at the workshop rooms. If you want to download large files, you should just plug in an Ethernet cables. There's Ethernet plugs, because actually usually it's not the internet bandwidth, but the kind of Wi-Fi density that is limiting the speed. So if you want to download like large files or need a low latency, that's probably the better way to do it. There's also tons of food, so there's food 3 times a day. There's snacks all around the clock. There's midnight snacks on top. You need a badge for that, so wear that all the time. And also make sure you recycle well, you take your own bottle, you don't throw away too many bottles, and reuse the bottle. And I would suggest that you also eat at your desk, so we don't have a food mess everywhere around. But yeah, pretty clear. If you have any questions, just check hackzurich.com/guide. That should have all the details. We have sleeping rooms. There are designated sleeping rooms also for women. There's designated times also when these are open, because we also use those for workshops and for the jury. So if you sleep relatively normal hours for a few minutes or a few hours, I guess, try to be in those time windows. They're actually, it's on the website, but it's also put next to some doors so you can check when there's time to sleep. And there's also reimbursement. So if you came here to the event, actually, you should get an email which will tell you how to do the reimbursement, so we can pay you for the travel. Just be like kind of fair and like don't lie to us. We will notice this. We have noticed this in the past, and then you won't get any money. So, and then the money will hopefully come in like 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, communication. I mean, we already talked about the hashtag. In general, like if you have questions, you can go on Slack, ask there. The general channel is really around like general communication. So turn notifications on for that channel. And in general, also just check hackzurich.com or hackzurich.com/guide for all the information and the schedule and these kind of things. Now, if you don't have a team yet, or if you're still lacking a skill for your team, you should come to the team matching session. There's a dedicated Slack channel for that later. We're going to do it at 11 p.m., so after the workshops. And there we will basically post a Zoom link where you can log in. And then you will have all the people who are here on site, as well as the people who are remotely, who still are looking for a team, to come in there. And you have the opportunity there to pitch in 45 seconds what you are looking for. So it could be you with a team already pitching, saying, hey, I look for another, back-end developer, or it could be you as a person pitching yourself, saying, hey, I have these kind of skills, I would love to join a team. And then you basically just share your Slack handle, and then people can match and also form hybrid teams. If you're interested to meet the partners, there's also a dedicated form also during the hackathon, but also beyond. So you can just fill that out, and then they will come back to you shortly. But there's actually also many Slack channels for that. There's also to work with the partners, even more like a HackZurich Talents event that is happening after the event, where you can also meet some of the partners, and you will see that they're working on very exciting challenges. So it's a good opportunity also to maybe meet them and see if you maybe want to join them for an internship or a full-time job. Yeah, there's also a job wall at hackzurich.com, so it's hackzurich.com/jobs. And yeah, also, as I said before, you can just join the channels of the workshops, and through that also get in contact with all the companies that are here. Just be like reasonable, like don't spam any Slack channel, don't spam any people, but I think that's pretty obvious. Now this is the very important part, like how does the project submission work? So you can basically, start hacking tonight, and then you will have time until Saturday morning, 9 a.m., and that's a very sharp deadline, because we will actually have, quite a tight schedule to score all the projects and also do the final ceremony. So this is a really, really hard deadline, and will be, enforced with Swiss punctuality. So you need to do this right. And so it's actually not that hard, but every year there are a few teams who mess it up. So let's go through it step by step. So first of all, you have to go on the DevPost website, register there, add all the team members there, and add your work. And your work should be your code. Maybe it's some extra text, some description. And what's ideal is if you record a short video, which can't be longer than 2 minutes, where you ideally do like a live demo. So, or not live demo, but you basically record, show what you've built, maybe talk a bit about it, explain it, so that the jury can watch it and get a wholesome experience or view on like what you've been building. That's all happening on DevPost, so all your content needs to be uploaded there, and all the team members need to be tagged there. And then you need to submit a second form, which is hackzurich.com/submission, where you basically register all the team members and also tag all the workshops you want to be considered for an award. So if you use some of their technology or some of their data, or you feel like you solved their cause, then you should tick that workshop, because that way the companies know that they should look at your project. And then, very important, hit the submit button at the end, and then you should be all good. We will post this again, so mostly remember the deadline of 9 a.m., and then I think you're pretty good. We will then evaluate the projects. Unfortunately, we can't do like live pitching for the pre-evaluation, because some teams are fully remotely or partially remotely. So the way it works is basically there will be a main jury looking at all the videos submitted, and based on that, select the finalists. And then the companies from the workshops will look at all the other basically submissions that tag them to see who they consider for the workshop award. So yeah, make sure your demo video is compelling. That's really like what the jury will base their judgment on. And then we will have 25 finalists on stage. Those are all selected by the main jury, and they will be able to pitch 2 minutes here on stage no Q&A, and also very strict enforced 2 minutes. And the cool thing there is you can actually, with some VGA, HDMI connector, and Lightning, and also some basically visualizer, can basically show like a live demo and also show several things at the same time. And for remote pitches, you can basically dial in and do it via Zoom. So that's all very cool, and we will announce it at 12:30 who's going to be in the final. And then there's an hour time where you can basically prepare the setup, and everybody who's going to be a finalist then needs to come here to the stage to quickly check the tech setup, because at 1:30 then the closing ceremony starts. These are the evaluation criteria. So yeah, we really look at the idea, the use case, but also the experience. How does it feel? Is it really working? But then also think about like how complex was it to build? What's under the hood? And lastly, also how do you pitch it that it's compelling? We have a very, very experienced jury, so it's a mix of serial entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, founders, corporate executives, so very diverse. Many of them have been in the jury for a few years, so they have quite a good feel of what should qualify for the final. So yeah, very, very thankful for them to be here. And then there will be many awards. So there will be 3 overall awards, third, second, and first prize of HackZurich. There will be 18 awards for the workshops. There will be an extra audience award we can vote for. There will be a prize for one team or one person that has submitted their CV in a random ballot. And then there will be 2 special awards for hybrid teams that formed hybridly. So we kind of want to encourage that also people from here in the room work with everyone remotely and vice versa. This is the schedule. So we're right now in the opening ceremony. We're going to have dinner afterwards. Then we have the workshops. Then we have the matching session. And then a midnight snack. And then basically tomorrow, breakfast, bunch of tech talks, a few events during the day, I will mention in a minute, and then dinner and midnight snack. We've actually, so the things during the day, we have a basically personal trainer done by a robot tomorrow between 10 and 4 p.m. So you can just sign up under this URL. It's first come, first serve. Pretty cool experience. That's one of the things you can do. Secondly, we have free massages. So this is also something that should be quite cool. So there are 2 slots. Again, first come, first serve. You can just book your slot online, and then it might relax you a bit after a stressful night of hacking. And then we have a Frida Kahlo immersive experience exhibition you can go to, where you can basically pick up the tickets at the desk. So that's another thing if you need a little break. Very cool to check out. Also, we have city tours. So basically, if you haven't been to Zurich, it's a beautiful city. You can come there tomorrow to the check-in desk, and then there will be a tour guide showing you around the city. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that if you haven't been to Zurich before. So yeah, that's the Sunday schedule then. There's the breakfast, there's the project submission deadline. That's the most important time, obviously. And then lunch, and then finalists and closing, and some drinks afterwards. And at this point, I also want to thank Technopark, who has been a great partner. We've been hosting HackZurich here now the 8th time, and they have always been very flexible, because we've been, I guess, really also stretching the capacity here, and they've always arranged with our setups. And actually, they work on a lot of other cool things. So they work with a lot of startups, they consult them, they host a lot of events. So if you're in the area and want to connect to the local ecosystem, it's maybe also a good spot to come back. Or if you want to start a company, maybe you also want to co-host and co-locate it here. And with that, I would like to kick off with the gold partners. They will do now a quick keynotes, and then we take it from there. So we'll start with Mikro. Thank you. Nur eine Slide. Ja. Okay.
On? Yes? Okay, now it's on. Hi, my name is Sabrina, and this is Simon. And I am representing Mikro Clubschule. I'm a yoga teacher for them, and we're just going to do a very quick yoga stretch / meditation, and he's going to show it for you because I have the mic. All right, so everybody stand up and just start shaking everything out. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms, just loosen up. We can all need that. Okay, and then just take a deep inhale in and bring your arms behind your back and clasp your hands together. And then just roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale through your nose And just feel that nice stretch across your chest before you do a bunch of this later. Okay, and then on your next exhale, bring your arms up and just reach your fingertips up, but at the same time, melt your shoulders down and away from your ears. Yep, and ground your feet into the floor. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your arms to the right side. Good, and really feel that stretch on your left-hand side. Maybe grasp your left wrist with your right hand to intensify the stretch. Very nice. And then inhale, exhale to the other side. And now feel the stretch on your right side. Very nice. Really stretch. Maybe grab your wrist again to just intensify the stretch. Okay, and come back up. So your fingertips are reaching back up now, and then you're going to go into a grounding position, Utkatasana chair pose. So you're just going to sit back as your arms reach up. Make sure you don't go forward with your knees as you would do in a squat. So just sit back and really make sure your tummy is tucked in and you feel your legs. Yes, we're doing a little workout. It's fun. You can smile. And inhale, exhale, come back up. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And now it's going to get quiet for a few moments. Close your eyes. Good. Everybody close your eyes. Your thumbs are touching your chest lightly. And really feel your feet grounding into the floor. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And just think of one thing you are grateful for today. No matter how small or big, usually the first thought is the best. And maybe let that bring a smile to your face. Good. One last inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let everything go. You can open your eyes, maybe shake it out again. And I hope you have the best time this weekend. Hack away.
Wow, how cool is that?
I'm feeling relaxed now.
Already. So hi everyone, I'm Helen and I'm the CEO of Live Well by Zurich.
And I'm Joel from Zurich Insurance. It's great to be back for the 5th time in a row and sponsor this wonderful event. Helen, what excites you most about this event?
Well, it's obviously all of the people in this room and also virtually coming together to really drive innovation. I mean, just imagine the opportunity that lies in this room for the next couple of days to truly drive innovation. And I know that you guys have gone through a quite significant selection process to be here today. So I'm really excited to see what you guys can come up with.
I can really feel the energy in here and also all around the globe with people dialing virtually. But I must say, it's really great to be here. And yeah.
What I think is really going to be amazing is to see how they can bring the magic to the front line. So with magic, we really want you to look at how can you develop digital health and well-being services that truly impacts people's lives positively, that really helps them making lifestyle changes for the long term and holistically, and telling them something that they don't already know.
Yeah, and I think this is a unique opportunity for us to really reimagine the narrative of insurance, to not only be there if something really bad happens, but actually prevent something bad to happen in the first place.
Yeah, and that is really what Live Well is all about. It's really looking at how can we prevent and how can we detect that health condition and how can we really bring that to the forefront.
Exactly. So we really can't wait to work with you. And don't forget, we're hiring. So join us over there. Our booth is ready to welcome you all. You guys here dialing virtually, get in touch with us on Slack and help us build the future of insurance. Thank you, guys. Let's have fun.
Thank you. Bye.
So, hello everybody. I am Linda Di Geronimo, the Cooperation Manager of Huawei Switzerland. So, I have to present the company, right? And I actually came up with this idea. Well, that's the logo. So, who knows? So, raise your hands if you know this device. Oh, some oldies here, really few. I see another, hello, hi, millennial there. So, so this is the Huawei Ideos. So this was my first smartphone, and actually the first Huawei smartphone, coincidentally. This helped me, a really cheap computer science student, to develop one of the first mobile application I ever made. And this was really cheap. Back then, it was little over 90 euros. And I think this really raises and gives us the idea of the message that Huawei has, which is the one of giving technologies to everyone and everywhere. So, but how did we reach this place? So, Huawei was founded by Mr. Ren almost 30 years ago, with little over $3,000, which is alpha rent here in Zurich, if you think about it. And from there, we arrived to today, which is a company with almost 200,000 employees and all over the world. We work with amazing technologies, and here we have some example like Cloud AI and IoT, and you will have the chance to develop with that today. So, and also one of my kind of the best part of Huawei, I think, it's their interest for research. In fact, I come from the Huawei Research Center here in Zurich. And maybe some of you might know us already, but we are kind of new. So if you want to know more about it, just come and say hi to our booth or on our Slack channel. So thank you.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Let's play a game. I brought this plant here. Great quality, looks beautiful, smells even better. And I brought it here to sell it to you. But you tell me, what is it worth? What would you pay for it? I expect audience participation. Come on. 25. Ah. 1,000? What? Oh, nice, very nice. Okay. That's quite a difference, right? 25, 1,000. I've heard 1 million somewhere. Well, it might surprise you to learn that this is how real financial markets operate. Every time an investor wants to buy or sell something, he has to go out through this auction house type of bidding and asking. And very often the process is even more chaotic, or there's simply no one. If only there was someone who would set a fair and transparent price to everyone. For example, let's say I'm a professional biologist. I've done my research and I know I can buy it from you for 3 euros and sell it to you for 4. That makes things much simpler to you, right? Potential investor. Well, guess what? That's exactly what Optiver does. All around the world, of financial markets all around the world. My name is Adam Kasperowicz and I'm a software developer at Optiver. Together with my colleagues, we make markets in hundreds of thousands of financial products on exchanges all around the world, 24/7, and we do it all in nanoseconds. But Optiver is not just about making markets, it's about making markets that can change the world. And the way we do that is by making it easy for investors to invest in green financial products. So that they have alternatives from stuff like oil, gas, uranium, weapons of mass destruction. So in financial lingo, we call those ESGs, this fancy term. You might have seen this before. And yeah, investing in ESGs is the key to transitioning to greener financial markets and better future for all of us. So my time is running out. I hope I got you curious. Stick around for the second presentation where we explain the challenge. Well, thank you very much.
We are a trusted human partner in the technology-driven world of talent, empowering our people through innovation, making HR technology more human, delivering a more human experience. With Human Forward, we tell the world what they can expect, a seamless digital experience with a powerful human touch. But just telling it is not enough. It is what we say, plus what we do. It is the collective impact from all that is seen, heard, or experienced by everyone who comes into contact with Randstad and our services. It's what makes people choose us and what creates customer loyalty. It is this human-forward experience we want to deliver consistently through our everyday interactions with clients, candidates, employees, and society. Day in and day out across all touchpoints. Randstad is rooted in a deep belief that work makes life meaningful and gives it purpose. Our powerful core values come from that belief. Our human-forward promises help us to deliver on our core values in ways that are truly relevant and beneficial to clients and candidates. When we follow through on these promises, the result will be a superior human-forward experience. But there is more. Connecting the promises to customer delight and our service design principles will enhance our touch and our tech. And they serve as a global guideline that can be translated into specific actions locally. With our human-forward promises, the human-forward experience comes to life.
Hi everybody and welcome to HackZurich. We from Microsoft are super thrilled to be here again this year and really looking forward to all the great things that will happen during the next few days. We're actually here in person in Technopark. I just decided to pre-record this video message to you because I was not sure I could make it on stage on time, so apologies for that. I will make this introduction short for all of us. So this year we're here with our friends from Swiss Re and we have a challenge about personal resilience. You will learn all about it in the workshop that are later today, and you can find all the information and background and context on the link shown here on the slide. So I will also share it, of course, in Slack. We also have some great material on tech resilience from Microsoft, which is basically some learning path around soft skills that we think are crucial and really helpful if you strive for a career in tech. So please check it out and let us know what you think about it. Then Saturday morning, there will be a tech talk about GitHub code spaces. Again, I'm not going to spoil the fun. You will see a teaser video later this evening. But I actually want you to try something. Please go to GitHub, to any of your repositories, and press the dot key and see what happens. Hopefully something happens. Let us know. And yeah, with that, any questions about Microsoft, Azure, GitHub, open source, meaning of life, our favorite cat memes, just let us know. Ping us on Slack, come to our booth and learn all about Microsoft and how we can help you have a successful hack project. Actually, we also have our friends from Microsoft Engineering here. You may not know that, but we have quite some engineering groups here in Switzerland. So if you're interested in joining the Microsoft Engineering department, we have flyers. Just come to us and yeah, we're happy to share some information we have about that. And with that, I wish all of you happy hacking. Really looking forward to all the great stuff you're creating on Azure or with Microsoft technology or with any technology for that matter. And yeah, have fun and just keep being awesome. Thanks a lot.
Yes, so now I'm very excited to welcome Narek on stage. Narek has been a technology entrepreneur and actually coder in the beginning, I guess, and now executive for nearly 2 decades. He's worked in the travel industry, in the hospitality industry, In the fintech space, you were a VP of technology at American Express, and now is a CTO at Glovo, a quick commerce company in Spain, one of the fastest growing companies in the world. And he's going to give a very exciting talk now. I already saw the slides, so very excited to welcome you here. Narek, please come on stage.
Thank you, Rasmus. Wow, what an atmosphere. I did a talk earlier this morning at the DigiFest at Zurich, but I have to say this is the Cristiano Ronaldo of the atmospheres compared to that one. Do you need a few more minutes to book your massage? If you do, I can give you a few minutes to do that, but if not, I'm going to get started. It's incredibly amazing to be here, finally back to face-to-face conferences. I think the last one I had done before this morning's one was 2 years ago. But where I wanted to start is really where my career in tech started, and that's when I was 6 or 7 year old. My father was an electrical engineer, but his hobby was programming, and he taught me BASIC. He didn't teach me, but he wrote listings of code in BASIC, and then he asked me to type. Like I was his kind of type monkey at that time, but it got me hooked. It got me hooked because I realized that the feedback cycles are so short, and it's so rewarding when you're coding. You type some code, and then you compile, you build, you deploy, and so you see the outcome, and it's an amazing thing to have. But then later in my career, I also got hooked to coaching, to building teams that build amazing products for customers. And that's an amazing experience to have. And when you put that in a context of, I want you to think about this. Right now, on this planet, we have, well, so far on this planet, but on our planet, we have 7 billion plus people. I did some maths, I did some Google research, and don't take it, it's not peer-reviewed. I know I'm in Zurich, and it's the Center of Sciences and everything, but my numbers are not peer-reviewed. But I basically looked at how many engineers are out there, how many engineers, product managers, UX, and other ancillary professions out there. And when you put that in the context of the population of Earth, these people are less than 0.05% of the world. Like, if you think about that, all of you here, all of us, everybody in the tech industry are contributing and shaping the world now and in the future. So I see that as an amazing privilege, and I like, if nothing else, I would like you to take that away from my talk today. Because it's really nice to think about that and think about social responsibility, social impact, and as humans in tech, what do we leave behind as we continue crafting our path in the future. Talking about humans and evolution, I also researched, not very scientific, but nevertheless, I found that first remains of anatomically modern humans were found 200,000 years ago. But then fast forward much later, you find the first wheel. The first wheel is 5,500 years old, right? So humanity spent vast majority of its life inventing the wheel. That's over 90-something% of the 195,000 years, right? But then from then, it was immense, from wheel to transistor to computers to lots of different capsules flying into space right now, right? Lots of different drones, drones harvesting grapes, like determining what's the right ripeness for grapes to be harvested for winemakers, drones taking defibrillators to people who might be in need. We're living in some absolutely amazing times right now for all of you, for everyone in our industry. We have reusable rockets, and I think all of this, in my opinion, are due to curiosity and growth mindset. I have a 7-year-old son, and if nothing else, the only thing I want to teach him is growth mindset and the framework for scientific experiments. Just think about, what observations you have, develop some hypothesis, and just try to validate your hypothesis. And I'm also super privileged to be working for, such an amazing company called Glovo, which is Spain's biggest success so far. if you live in Portugal, Spain, Italy, Romania, Poland, and 20 different countries from Europe, Africa, and Asia, we have been doing this in many countries since 2015. Delivering anything has been in our DNA since day one. And we are the only company out there, apart from delivering food, groceries, flowers, your AirPods if you lost them, we also deliver anything. Like if you are in Milan right now, or if you are in Accra, in Ghana, you can open Glovo, you can tap whatever you want in anything box, and we get it done. We bring it to you. That's all done by developing an incredibly complex platform. On one side, we make sure that we provide the best experience possible to our customers. Whether they're using an Android device or an iOS device or web, we continuously find better ways of making sure that the customer experience is as great as it could be. On the other side, we have couriers, who are the other side of our marketplace. They are the ones that get jobs to be done, and they execute on our behalf. On the other side, we have partners, and those partners could be the McDonald's of the world, large chains, big integrations, but it also could be a very small kibanda in a country in Africa, where these people have only been used to making 10, 15 meals a day, but for going onto Glovo, kind of getting digitalized through Glovo, somehow they get 10 times, 20 times the number of meals they used to make, and it keeps the local economy going. But it's immensely complex, because yes, we do all the experience. Those are all the teams that are focusing on building the experience, front-end experiences. But in the middle, there's a significantly big platform, from sorting to logistics to forecasting. We have teams where for every engineer, we have a data scientist working with them, and they're working to predict, what's going to be the preparation time of this restaurant? How many couriers will we need at 7 p.m. this evening? Especially if there's a Champions League game on. We have to take all that data and we have to predict how many of everything do we need to do. And the biggest thing that contributed to us going into overdrive was COVID. It obviously had a devastating impact on our planet, but it took us to the next level in terms of when cities were locked down, countries were locked down, our riders were operating, were everywhere. In 26 different countries, they were delivering stuff. And it also pushed a lot of competitors into our space. We've been doing this since 2015 and growing gradually, but then COVID took it to the next level, and suddenly you wake up every day, every week with a new competitor coming with a lot more funding, with everything. So how do we compete in that? I spent a decade in travel industry. And in travel industry, I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of these names, right? The battle for customers has been immense over the last decade. In our industry, in food delivery and quick commerce industry, we are essentially going through what travel has been going through in the decade, but in a much more compressed time. And to put it in perspective, those companies are used to spend before the pandemic, I don't know the numbers now, but billions of dollars on marketing on Google, on TV ads, right? Just to compete to find that customer who wants to travel from Zurich to New York and stay for 3 days in a hotel there. What it led to is a lot of these companies using every single trick from the book of behavioral economics or behavioral science to psychologically push people to make a booking right now, right? If you put this in any context, in any reasonable, logical context, a lot of these messages that do not make sense, right? This person who's looking at this property at this time could be looking for like a date that's 1 year from now, right? There's nothing in common in most cases. But all these little messages, all this social proofing, all these urgency messages are the outcomes of years and years of competition and try to optimize every single feature on a website. What does it do? It essentially drives consumer unhappiness. It drives to a world where people open this and say, everything seems to be on fire, I'm just going to use some new and shiny new product. So how do we avoid that? First one, well, we avoid that by always thinking about customer centricity, and it starts with access to data. In the future, companies that are going to be the most successful, in my opinion, are going to be those who have access to vast amounts of data and knowledge. Not only just access, but access to trusted, reliable data, normalized data that they can use to make decisions day in, day out. I was reading a few days ago about Moderna, and the thing that stood out to me was that in 22nd of January was when the DNA genomic sequence of COVID-19 was published online by the Chinese scientists. 1 month later, on a slightly more than 24th of February, was when Moderna sent the first batch of COVID vaccines to be tested. And when you read articles about that, the fundamental thing that drove that was access to data. Every scientist working for Moderna could access data reliably without having to go through many Excel sheets or spreadsheets or normalized data. So that's going to be a massive winner for the future. Second one is the experimentation culture. It's a culture where you empower every single member of your tech team, your product team, your company to develop this hypothesis and test them as quickly as possible. In the e-commerce industry, over the last decade, many companies try to measure the productivity of engineering or product engineering teams based on the number of experiments that we run. I mean, if you're familiar with the concept of A/B testing or multivariate testing, the outcome is that of everything that companies do, Etsy, Amazon, Google, many, only 1/3 of those features end up adding incremental value. Incremental gross profit, incremental EBITDA, incremental delight for customers. So I think the thing that drives to improving productivity for engineering is finding ways to validate very quickly, is this feature going to work or not? I mean, that's the main thing for you in the next 2 days, figuring out, is something going to work or not? And that's a massive culture that's going to win in the future. And lastly, it's API first. Why API first? Because having APIs allows others to integrate with you, allows you to integrate with everyone else, and getting you access to all that data that you need. Right? If you think about how these big companies evolved from Jeff Bezos' API mandate to the company, hey, everybody needs to talk to everyone via APIs, even if you are in the HR team, you need to have API, to Meituan or Alipay, and all these vastly huge companies, they are all built on the concept of platform mindset, API first, allowing others to come and code for you instead of you coding for them. If I have an API, I can say, hey, if you want to be on my platform, here's the API code, and it will be available on my platform. So that's a very clever way of not wasting your capacity in doing work, instead of kind of outsourcing and letting the partners do it. The other thing I want to point out, and that is focusing less and less on building utilities and commodities, things that are already cheaply available out there. If you need a payment platform, there's so many companies offering payment APIs. If you need cloud, you wouldn't go and build a cloud platform right now. You have plenty to choose from. The focus should always be on this innovation marketing, figuring out what is it that makes you unique, and investing all your eggs in that basket. Because everything else is available. And lastly, as a company, what we are focusing on a lot is developer productivity. We have like in my team, there are 450 engineers between Barcelona, Madrid, Warsaw, and Kiev. And we hire 100 engineers every quarter who join us across these locations. Imagine what happens if those engineers start and they get blocked every day. Builds take half an hour, 1 hour. So we're investing a lot. Nearly 40% of our engineering capacity goes into improving productivity for engineers and accelerating delivery time. And what that lets us to do is doing our unique thing. Because what we do, we go into markets like, we are growing very rapidly in Africa right now. And we get a lot of SMEs, a lot of companies who have never done anything online. Within 24 hours, 48 hours, we put them on our platform, and they start selling 10 times more. That gets the local economies going. Sometimes what I do, once a week, I go to Twitter, and I search Glovo, and I just start reading the amount of positive impact that we make in many countries. And it's truly amazing to see. And we do that by looking at every country and understanding how can we tailor our experience. Right now, if we open Glovo, unfortunately, we're not present in Switzerland, but if you open it in Lisbon, or in Lagos, in Nigeria, or in Kiev, or in Warsaw, and compare the experiences, they're quite different. You know that anything box I showed you? Depending on what signal we get from the city, if something is becoming very popular, we quickly make that as a separate category, and we go and connect with a partner who sells that a lot more. It's very interesting because in Tbilisi, in Georgia, we had this funny story where someone typed, "Could you please go and pick my son from school because I'm running late?" So we always continuously get all this. But that's an idea. Maybe we can do like emergency babysitter, right? But it's all, you do this by focusing. I really love this quote. It's about seeing what is it that people value. Like what are their, what perspectives do they have? Having worked a decade for public American companies who think about EU as one country, and they don't understand that we put address differently. I lived in the UK for 10 years, and you always put your postcode. And I come across a lot of American companies, and they say, "Oh, I localized it. Yeah, it's in English, right? So I'm launching in the UK," and then you go put your postcode, the address not found. Right? We need to go on the ground, understand how do people use those products, and then build products on the basis of that. So right now we do that in these 26 countries, and drive an amazing positive change there. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to be available for a few hours there, so if anybody wants to ask any questions, I'm happy to connect. Thank you.
Thanks, Narek. Yeah, thank you, Narek, for the great presentation. And as he said, he's going to be around for a couple of hours, so if you have questions, he will be in the main hacking area. You can just ask him. I'm sure he will be happy to answer them. And so with that, we're going to kick off the workshop pitches now and actually start with the first company. So over to Siemens.
Hi everyone, my name is Christoph, I'm from Siemens. We are one of the biggest software engineering companies in the world, but we also build trains and public train networks, and we love HackZurich. There's bugs not only on our train tracks, like that little fellow there, but actually we also have bugs in the tracks. Modern train systems are not simply two pieces of steel anymore. They are rather highly complex technical systems. They include a variety of sensors, and they also act as a communication system. Along the tracks, there are antennas installed that continuously transmit data from the tracks into trains passing them. And this data is vital for train protection systems that make sure that every and each passenger gets to their destination safely. Since these systems are exposed to harsh environmental conditions, they sometimes break. Simple things like an electric fence for cow herds might interfere with the data being transmitted, and you can imagine this is especially a problem in Switzerland. This is where we need you. So help us to develop an algorithm that can predict failures and find anomalies in the data, and pair that with a front end for visualizing and managing that data. Together with our customer, Aargau Verkehr AG, we provide you with a real-world data set of communication data, along with geo-information sources that are ready to be used in your solution to our challenge. We are looking forward to get you started in our workshop, and our engineers are on site for the whole weekend. We support you at the booth or through Slack. So join our challenge, challenge number 1, and see you later on at the workshops. Thank you.
Hi there. So, green button goes forward. So, I'm from Migros, and we have already heard a lot about sustainability today. And if you're a little bit like me, you follow the news covering climate change and all it will impact in the future. And you think, me personally, I should do something. But making this resolution is the easy part. The difficult part comes afterwards. What does it actually mean to live sustainably? And for that, I want to do a quick, non-representative poll with you. Take out your cell phone, scan the QR code, or go to menti.com and fill in the code. And just tell us, really quick, we have only 2 minutes, what is it for you to live sustainably? And now I really hope that all the technical stuff works and that we will get a really nice moving word cloud here. Yeah, I see the taco, I love it. As you see, there is not one answer. We see the cloud is getting bigger, but I will have to go on now. But please continue typing. We're really interested in what you're writing here. Can you change back, please? Thank you. So, Migros is a retailer. So in a nutshell, we sell products. We also don't know the answer to how to live sustainably. But what we do is providing our customers with full transparency concerning the products we sell. And this is where the M-Check comes into place, which rates our products on different dimensions of sustainability. But now we want to take it to the next level, and that's where we need you. We want you to use gamification approaches to make sustainable grocery shopping as easy and as rewarding as a child's game. So get hacking. And if you want to do something for our future today and here, you can visit our booth over there in this direction. Play some table football, and for every goal you score, we will donate 1 Swiss franc towards Move the Date, a product which will try to save our planet.
Live Well by Zurich Insurance focuses on digital health and well-being services holistically, positively impacting both physical, mental, social, and financial health.
Big global companies often think to know it all, but you know what? In fact, we don't. This is why Zurich has decided to work with startups, to work with universities, and to work with hackers like you. Today, I would like you to join our challenge. Come and help us build the future of insurance.
Everyone has their own approach to their health and well-being. We challenge you to help all of us rebalance our nutrition, find new ways of exercising, and connect with others doing the same. The time of one size fits all is over. Let's use technology to make things personal.
Are you passionate about health and well-being? Then join Live Well for the HackZurich 2021 challenge.
I hope everybody had a chance to read that. We know that a lot of health and a lot of well-being can feel a little impersonal. The theme of HackZurich this year is Make It Personal. So tell us how to make your wellness and your health personal for yourselves and help it bring it to other people. We think this is a great opportunity. Join us in our workshop and discuss with us how your idea could be implemented globally. And remember, keep health in mind throughout Hack. Get some sleep, get some water, get some food. Enjoy yourselves. No, it's okay.
Right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Huawei and Sunrise Challenge. Guys, I'm gonna say it. Last HackZurich was amazing. Many thanks to all of you who participated because we had so much fun together. So to keep this tradition going, this year we have yet another challenging topic. Actually, this was the first slide. Nice. Okay, sustainability. Why do we say it's a real challenge? Well, nobody wants to end up with a planet like this, and sadly, we're kind of going in that direction unless we all do something about it. But let's stay optimistic in our quest, because we have good reasons to. We have good tools, technology. We have amazing talent right here. So what else do we need? I think we need just a bit of creativity. And again here, I think like each one of you has at least some idea of how to achieve a sustainable behavior through technology. So with all the ingredients here, why not join the Huawei Challenge? Create a mobile app that promotes an innovative and sustainable approach to our daily lives. Use at least one of the recommended HMS SDKs, and more on that in a second. This year, we partnered with Sunrise, which is a large Swiss telecom operator. So to earn extra points, please explain how 5G technology can take your app to the next level. All right, HMS. What is HMS? HMS, it's a collection of cloud and mobile APIs, mainly targeting the Android operating system, but not limited to it. What can you do with HMS, right? Well, a lot. But for the purpose of our challenge, we are going to narrow that to 5 recommended HMS SDKs. Location Kit, Map Kit, the Site Kit, or Points of Interest, the Machine Learning Kit, and here the possibilities are quite vast. This is just a cherry-picked selection of features that might come handy during the challenge. And last but not least, the augmented reality engine. Don't run away just because you don't like the Android stack. HMS has plugins for all these mobile frameworks. And additionally, we provide you with 3 starter projects. Thank you very much. All right, so join us at our workshop later to find out more about the challenge, the technology, about the prizes. Thank you very much for being such a great audience. And one more thing. Alexander. Then see you later, guys. Oh, here it is.
Very quick, very quick. This is a team. This is Huawei and Sunrise UPC, the most innovative telco. We want you to build this app that Adrian just presented on 5G. Bandwidth, low latency, lots of IoT connections. All right, join us in the workshop. Thank you.
Hello. Yo, I'm back. Gotta go fast. So, Optimus HackZurich challenge. You build trading bots. Those trading bots make green financial products, also known as ESGs, better priced. What does that mean? Well, what you need to know right now, it will make investors more eager to invest in their money in that stuff. This will make more money flow into green stuff, like solar or wind panels. So, we'll give you a coding environment and a virtual exchange on which our trading bots will simulate real market conditions. Also, all required finance and market knowledge is given by us. You don't need any finance background to take part or to succeed. This challenge is good just for learning this stuff, right? And yeah, also the third point is about that. So we also require basic Python knowledge because the code will be written in Python, and of course a team, because you will compete as a team against other teams in making the most liquid and tightest market without going bankrupt. So all those fancy words then will be explained in the workshop hosted here. So we'll give you tutorials on the necessary tools, the finance knowledge. Also, the challenge is hosted here. And to log in, you will need credentials. Contact us on Slack or physically at the booth. We'll give you credentials. And lastly, very important topic, we plant a tree for every participant of the Optiverse HackZurich Challenge. And additionally, if you want to do even more good, scan the QR code, take part in our online math quiz, the brain circuit, and we'll plant another tree. That's all from me. Happy trading.
But what about the city of the day after tomorrow? Say the year 2000. I think it will be completely different. It will be possible in that age, perhaps only 50 years from now, for a man to conduct his business from Tahiti or Bali just as well as he could from London. Men will no longer commute. They will communicate.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Hi everyone, I'm Bettina from Holcim Maker. How many times have you been delayed, derouted, or disrupted by traffic or by chaos on construction site?
Construction sites are full of noise, and it is distracting and irritating.
Very congested, very narrow streets, a lot of foot traffic.
If I was running a business here, I would be pissed. You want to sit outside to have a cup of coffee and listen to all beep, beep, beep with dust blowing over you?
By using data, how can we improve our impact on the people and on the planet? Come join us, explore our rich data set of over 60,000 construction sites, and help us to build smarter, to build greener.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tim. I'm working for the Federal Office of IT. And together with our partner, I'd like to introduce you to our challenge, Empowering Citizens with Open Government Data. Our partners are the Federal Statistics Office, CoreStat, and the Zurich University of Applied Science. Never have we been exposed to such a wealth of information before. So with that comes a lot of challenges and opportunities. You've all heard the term fake news or alternative facts. So the need for a trusted information source grows. And open government data wants to be such a trusted information source. The issue right now is it's not very accessible. So that's our mission, to change that. We want it to be easy accessible, very intuitive to use. And this is where you come into play. We want your creativity and your talent to help us make that possible and empower our citizens. To solve this challenge, we will be giving you a wide array of sample data, and we will be giving you the native language to SQL system named ValueNet, so you can help us empower our citizens. Please come visit us at our workshop tonight. Thank you very much.
Do you like how news are presented these days? Would you prefer something else? What would you like to dive into? More audio or less? More video or less? How should it look? And how would you prefer consuming media? There is more data than ever before, but the presentation still looks almost the same. Show us, show SRF, the Swiss Public Radio and Television, how you would link the pieces into a format you would enjoy. In a way, you would never swipe left, or in other words, click away. We would like you to question old standards and reinvent the way media is consumed. Create a new user experience, a new approach to present the news. Think of something completely different. To get you started, we provide you, with data related to the local weather phenomena during July. We give them to you in a raw format filled with information, and it's up to you to connect the pieces and present the media. So show the journalists your way of thinking. Thanks.
I think the computer just crashed. Interesting. Okay, we're back, I think. Right? No? Okay. Nearly. Ich habe es gerade nochmal neu gemacht. Ja, guck mal jetzt. Perfect. All right, let's continue.
Hello. This was a crashing theme, and I'm sharing with you my crashing theme in life. I'm Yvonne from Roche. And on the left-hand corner, you see the picture which illustrates the most difficult hour in my life. I was sitting in front of my doctor, and he said, "You have breast cancer." And I was thinking, wow, how long would I live? Many, many questions came up. 45 minutes in the doctor's office, coming home. How do I tell my children I have cancer? How do I manage that? How can I survive? What else can I do myself? I had so many questions, and I started studying what I can do. So I went to Google and the internet, looked for many, many answers, and I changed my lifestyles, which you see here as an illustration. I started running, integrated food changes, meditation daily. I completely changed my life. And I was wondering, where are all the other women? 2.3 million women are diagnosed every year with breast cancer. Where are all these women who have the same experience like myself? How can I learn from them? How can I share what I have learned? And there's nothing else really out there. So I participated in a outcome research. It's called patient-reported outcome research. It was a horrible experience. 80 questions I had to complete, very boring, and I stopped in between. There's so much paperwork to share my experience or the outcomes. But patients are waiting. There are so many patients waiting in the doctor's office, and they want to contribute and share their data. So I need your help to prepare better patient-reported outcome technology that patients can share their experience, their outcomes, that we cancel cancer in this world. By end of 2030, we will have 30 million new diagnosed patients. So when we are able to capture the data in a easy, convenient, but also fun way, cancer doesn't stop in a minute. Cancer continues for years and years. For me, it's 7 years ago. And I would still like to share that people can learn, understand the true causes of cancer. So please join us. And I'm not sure, no, there's no other slide, but join Roche in the workshops and develop better tools and technology, something like Instagram or sharing our outcomes with other patients and with research. Thank you very much.
Hi there. My name's Elsa, and I work at Swiss Re. So I think it's safe to say that the last 1.5 years has been pretty tough with Corona, social distancing, and lockdowns. It's safe to say that personal resilience has taken a bit of a hit. And when I say personal resilience, I mean the ability to bounce back when life throws you one of those curveballs. Now, moving forward, we're going to have to adapt to a new normal, a crazy new normal, and a hybrid workplace. But what does that workplace or this work model look like? Is it partially working from home, from the office, from your favorite Starbucks cafe, or maybe a place that actually serves decent coffee? Anyway, this is what our challenge aims to address, and we're really looking at finding a way of integrating personal resilience into this solution, and we'd love to hear your innovative ideas on that. So if you'd like to find out more, come join us at our workshop tonight, and we'll see you there. Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, we're not the only big corporate that's interested in finding a solution to this problem. So anyway, see you soon.
Hello, everybody. My name is Randy from Suica Health Insurance. It looks like I'm quite nervous. I take the paper and I prefer to read. So let's find a new way together to customer centricity, how to collaborate within the healthcare system could be improved. In the today health system, the patient journey is long and serial and puts emphasis on the health system players and not on the patient. We want to find a way to put the customer even more at the center and improve the collaboration between them. And ideally, all the relevant players within the healthcare system. The main goal should be a solution that involves all parties, make sure that they can change within a reasonable time frames. Let's put the health in the center and change the way we collaborate in the future. We want you to create our digital twin. If you want more information, visit us. It doesn't switch, sorry. Yeah, if you want more information, visit us at our booth and our Slack. Thank you.
Hello. Are you interested to solve problems that have not been solved yet? Do you want to discuss machine learning and AI? Do you think that immersive tech is the next big trend? If so, we invite you to join us for a workshop with the MX series team at Logitech. We'll expose you to the insight we collected around content creation. We'll discuss how you can develop solutions to simplify workflow and enhance creative controls for more immersive experiences. Ask your question about the future of innovation at Logitech. And you know what? There will even be some giveaway of products. So please come and join us on Friday at 9:30 and 10:15 p.m. to discover more. Cheers!
Hi, welcome to the Stay Comfy and Get Healthy Challenge. Did you know that there is a large healthcare threat luring over us called non-communicable diseases? These are diseases that cannot be transferred from one person to the other, but they are actually the #1 cause of death worldwide. They cause a large proportion of healthcare spending, but many of these diseases could be prevented if people would just change their life and live a little bit healthier. But people don't really want to change, right? They just want to Netflix and chill. So we decided to turn it around. Instead of forcing people to wanting to become healthy, we flip it around and bring health to where they're already motivated, to their comfort zones. We want to make it as easy as possible for everyone to stay and to become healthy. We start with breathing. Breathing is actually very easy, breathing training especially. We saw it today. And it has a lot of positive physiological and psychological side effects. And the best of it, it's not optional. You cannot decide not to want to breathe. So we challenge you to develop a game that is as motivating as possible to bring people to start breathing training, and we provide you with the data for that. Find us at the CSS booth.
Hello, my name is Raphael. I'm an artist. I trained, had education in electronics and engineering, and then went to art school. Was thinking photography is something interesting. Worked with pyrotechnics. Everything exploded. I lost everything. Ended up in the art world, doing fine. Have exhibition everywhere. The art world is an interesting word. It's too big to be ignored, but it's too small to be controlled or regulated. It's a wild west there. Pandemic came, suddenly artists were not able to communicate each other anymore by one-to-one. So we all realized digitalization is missing. It's a wild west country there. Everything is possible. Come and you can do whatever you want to do there. Nobody tells you this is not good or no, this we cannot do, it's not our regulations. Come and enter the art world. So there's a partner for Lightroom and IBM, which welcome you and welcome to join. It's a tricky word. My name is Raphael. You can ask me. I can give you insight of the art world. Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So my name is Elisabetta, and I'm from Salem. Climate change is impacting communities around the world. Extreme weather conditions and heavy rainfalls are causing extreme flooding events, putting people at risk. We reckon that 1.6 billion by 2050 will be at risk. This issue is really threatening the communities of our lives, and a solution is yet to be found. The challenge we propose you today is helping local communities navigating abroad flood events by creating an interactive platform that helps people to find in a second life-saving information and be able to access them and share them. We will provide you, together with HackZurich, a full data set of information spanning from current geolocation mapping of existing landscape and current infrastructure to flood predictions and emergency response data. Xylem is a global leading technology company that is committed to solve critical water and infrastructure challenges with innovation. We are proud to devote time, talent, and passion to solve and create a more sustainable world, enabling customers to optimize their water and wastewater resources. We need you to help and solve water. Thank you. Thank you for coming to our challenge tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin and I work for Janssen Pharmaceuticals.
Hello, I'm Saidat and I work for Janssen Pharmaceuticals.
So did you know that every year there are 4.5 trillion medicines that are prescribed? And each one of them comes with a patient information leaflet that contains all of the data needed for the medicine to be taken safely.
Unfortunately, these paper leaflets are so big and the fonts are so small. And the fonts are so small that you would require both a 20/20 vision and the magnifying glass to read them. And guess what? These paper inserts are not searchable.
Now, every time there's an update to the medical information, it takes around 6 months or even longer sometimes to update that leaflet and get it to the pharmacists and get it to the patients. So the pharmacists, healthcare providers, patients, they all need a better solution, and so does the environment.
Here today, we're looking for the bright and curious minds to solve this complex riddle. And if you join our challenge, you will not only help Janssen and pharmaceutical industry, you will help yourself, your friends and families as patients. So come and join us at the workshop number 17 at 21:30 today. And this is the team that will be available to answer your questions. So we have part of the team joining remotely also from the US. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think it's the last pitch. HackZurich, my name is Johannes. I'm a bit intimidated to stand in front of so many people who know so much about something I know so little about. I know absolutely zero about hacking or programming. I like to think I know a thing or two about words. That's why I studied literature and became a journalist. Both me and the company I'm with tonight are worried about one thing in particular. There are words we are losing. Words on paper from the pre-digital era. Imagine books, magazines, storage units rotting away in dark basements. We can scan paper, we can scan words, books manually, but transferring them into the digital realm, organizing them automatically, making them accessible globally, that, as our IT department tells me, is a very hard thing to do. So we came here to ask you for your help. but we're not opportunistic. That goes beyond our pitch, of course. We could make that technology available to libraries, to publishers around the world, to newspapers, and thereby help make more knowledge from the pre-digital era accessible to everybody. So come to our workshop. I probably can't give you any advice there, but I think we have people in place. Thank you very much.
Yes, so thanks for all the great workshop pitches. So you can also find the schedule online. This is workshop 1 to 9, and then there's also workshop 10 to 18. So you can take a photo. You can also check it out online. Both works. And we're gonna have now 8 more Tech Talk presentations, 1 minute each. So we are less than 10 minutes away from the pizza, plus maybe the time we need to take the photo. So let's be focused. 8 times 1 minute, and let's hand over to BMW.
Thanks. So, hi everyone. I'm Celine from the BMW Global Innovation Network, which basically consists of different innovation hubs located all over the world, and they drive the adoption of new ideas and technologies.
And my name is Sabine. I'm from the BMW Startup Garage. We are BMW's venture client unit, searching for the world's best startups and become a client and bring their cutting-edge technologies to our products and services.
But of course, as you know, the industrialization of innovation comes with different challenges. For example, building up the required skill set, but also mindset in the organization.
And that's why we want to show and tell you tomorrow how we enable and empower all our BMW employees to build up their own self-driving car. Looking forward to see you there. Thank you very much.
Good evening, HackZurich. My name is Rez. I'm from MathWorks. Did you already know that MATLAB is actually used in products that we rely on every day? So for example, in every smartphone, car, or even aircraft, there is some MATLAB inside. So why don't use it for your challenge? In order to make you more efficient with your development cycle, we share all our products so that you can rapidly develop your solutions, be it either for AI or even web deployment. Tomorrow in the Tech Talk, my colleague Chris will actually share some of these workflows with you. They have also been used actually to win hackathons like this. So what are you waiting for? Just use MATLAB and join our Tech Talk tomorrow at 10:30. There will also be a special prize for the best MATLAB usage. Want to get in contact with us? We are on site or on Slack. And with that, happy hacking and see you there.
So today we're going to run my JavaScript project in GitHub Codespaces. So while we're creating our codespace, you might have the question, what even is a codespace? A codespace is an instant cloud developer environment where we can run, test, debug, push everything that we're used to doing in a development environment, but without any of the machine setup we're used to doing locally. So when we create this codespace, you'll see we land in a machine that is already set up, and it has Python, Node, Docker, and even more. So it has tools like Java and Rust and Go and C++. But you'll see we landed in the default image. The great thing about Codespaces is you can fully customize your setup, not only for you, but for everyone else who comes along in this repository. So you can have a config as code setup that allows you to use your own image or Docker file or Docker Compose. So for our app, we're actually just going to go ahead and start it up. So I'm going to run npm start here, and you'll see that we're told our app is running on port 3000, and we can open it in the browser and connect securely to a forwarded port that has our app fully up and running. So you'll see here's my Node app up and running, connected to in a Codespace. And this took us about 60 seconds to get set up in Codespaces. So you can imagine this fully customized to really bring down the setup time for really every repository you have. And it's a quick look at GitHub Codespaces.
Wrong side. So this is Andermatt in the Swiss Alps. About 15 years ago, our founder, Sami Saveris, had the privilege to buy 1.5 million of square meters of land from the Swiss army and build the future of this little town, which was actually planned to be flooded. And therefore, there's very limited of legacy up in Andermatt. And we have the privilege actually to build a new city. And we also have a great vision how we want to have to develop this great vision. And we invite all the hackers and startups to join us to actually make a great destination and make a great destination management. And therefore, we have set up open APIs. And well, in my tech talk tomorrow, I will actually talk about how you can really get your digital roadmap done. My name is Thomas. I'm the Chief Digital Officer in Andermatt, and I have working before for Twin, so I know how we can build great ecosystems.
Hello everyone, my name is Michał and I'm here with Valora to invite you to our Real World of Sharp talk. We at Valora we are active in very different areas, but all of them need some kind of backend services. And 1 year ago when we started Valora Digital, we decided to use F# as our go-to programming language for the backend services. So tomorrow I'll try to give you a sneak peek at how it's working out for us, what do we like about it, what is maybe problematic, and would we do it again, basically. So see you tomorrow, and thank you, and have a nice HackZurich.
Hello, I'm Andres Bott. I'm engineer at Adobe in Basel, and I want you to join me tomorrow for my talk on how I learned to love test-driven development in Go. Okay. So, test-driven development is this process where you start writing your tests before you actually start writing your actual implementation. I want to share the experience on how I evolved naturally into test-driven development, and I want to inspire you all to use test-driven development into your current or future projects. I hope maybe even during this hackathon you start using it. So I hope you join me tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I guess nobody. So yeah, Avalok will talk about wealth management through APIs. So attend the tech talk tomorrow. It's at 2:30. And lastly, I will also give a talk together with a colleague of mine, our VP of Engineering, about Merantix, the company I've been building for the last 5 years. We will talk about our ML stack in production, as we have built now 6 product companies. So we have a lot of different companies with different challenges using machine learning in production, whether it's in breast cancer imaging, automated driving, or biotech. So Thomas Wollmann will give a great overview of our MLOps stack. So feel free to join his talk tomorrow at 3 p.m. And with that, this is the overview. Go there or take a photo, check it out online. And we're now going to take a group photo, and then we're going to eat pizza. So I would suggest you all kind of come here more to the front, maybe come also on the stage, and then we will take a photo from up there. front, I guess. All right. Yeah, we can do another row in front, and I guess also a bit here on the side. There's still some more space. Jonathan. All right.
Okay, now we will do a video. So I will do a countdown, and on 0, everybody's raising his hands, and I need a big